let's review the pilot episode of the brand new Spider-Man cartoon. Of course, there will be radioactive spoilers if you care about that sort of stuff. The episode starts with a heist, where thugs are trying to steal vibranium. One cop says that science is the new currency, and this sets the tone for a major theme for this show.
Yes, science!
Spidey finally makes his debut, but a pigeon ruins the moment. His hand sticks to the pigeon, and we saw this a million times. The pigeon lady shows up and bashes Spidey because it seemed to her that he is stealing her pigeons. Man, why can't we have a normal crazy cat lady like we used to? Spidey uses 200 psi in his web shooters, but it fails to launch a web properly. Since Peter has been Spider-Man for only 2 weeks, he remembers Uncle Ben's advice. Flash's mom wants Peter to tutor Flash, but since Flash bullies him all the time, he's not sure that he will do it. Uncle Ben of course lays the great power comes with blah 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 speech. You know that. But this time, he wrote it like a science equation. Oh boy, science will get into everything in this show, isn't it? Now, Spidey uses 250 psi and lands on the thug's car. His Spidey sense activates, and it's kind of cool. Time slows down like a video game. Reminds me of the one from Spider-Man 3. Spidey flips the car and catches it in mid-air, but Vulture attacks Spidey. Of course, his first supervillain is Vulture because he was recently in Spider-Man Homecoming. But in here, his design is boring and too simplistic, which I don't like. Vulture uses his ultrasound device, but Spidey covers his ears with webs. They fight in mid-air across Manhattan, and the fight is okay, until Vulture breaks glass to force Spidey to go and save 2 cops instead of catching him. We then go and see Peter hang out with Harry in a cafe. Harry proposes to Peter to apply to Horizon High, but he can't afford it. Then Peter remembers that he is late, and Liz Allen bashes him for being late. Max Modell comes to Midtown High to recruit a student for Horizon High. Everything goes smoothly, and we get introduced to Miles Morales and Anya Corazon. Smite asks Harry to check a machine, and takes a picture of him. Anya presents the machine, but Smite already tampered with it. The machine starts to produce vibrations, and Peter,
Suit up!
Spidey turns off the machine, but it causes a fire to start. Peter uses Max's equation to stop the fire, and he is introduced to Max Modell, who offers him the remaining slot for Horizon High. Smite appears and shows picture of Harry, claiming that Harry tampered with the machine, and Harry is suspended for further investigation. Vulture then appears and kidnaps Max Modell, and Peter,
Suit it up!
again. We learn that Vulture used to work in Horizon, and he was fired for stealing equipment. Spidey attacks Vulture, he dispatches him, and then saves Max. Back at Midtown High, Smite is stealing the vibranium, but Vulture attacks him because he didn't stick to their plan. Spidey then attacks Vulture and defeats him. In the next day, Aunt May walks Peter to Horizon. Harry shows up and they discuss what happened, and the episode ends with Peter arriving to Horizon High. Honestly, this episode was above average to me. The characters and the dialogue are solid, the pacing is good, but the fights are okay. The biggest issue is of course the animation, that will take you some time to get used to, and I hated the Vulture design. But what did you think of this episode? Let me know down in the comments, and if you liked what you've seen here, make sure you subscribe for more content like this. Caesar, drop the mic.